Hey, loungers. I hope everybody is doing great this evening. Okay, well, this early morning. Listen, guys, I'm actually about to go traveling in a little bit. So that's why I'm up and kind of just up and about and excited and everything. But I was listening in on Shakim's show, the epic receipts, right? And, the same receipts that keep getting repeated over and over and over. It's just beating a dead horse. For some reason, I guess he thinks like if he keeps showing us the same receipts over and over and keeps repeating the same thing to us, that somehow it's going to become true, right? So we're just going to get into that, right? So, this whole thing about my receipt, right, on me and a car that was on my credit report from 7 years ago, right? Actually, it was, well, let's see, it was 2016, I want to say, when I originated with that vehicle. I want to look into it, but I think it was like 2016 when I first got the car, or 2017 or something like that. Either way, he was right. I wasn't able to afford the car because I got sick and I was out of work, and the money that I was making from workman's comp wasn't nearly enough to keep up with that car payment. So I did let it go, but they had an amount on that bill that wasn't what it should have been. Okay. It was like well over $9,000 that they claimed I owed them, and that wasn't true. So I ended up disputing that. Okay. And they had to take it off my credit report because they couldn't prove that I owed that much. See, that's something that you got to know about disputing charges and stuff like that. So that's what I actually did. And they weren't able to prove it until last year. So that's what they were able to do. And they were able to prove how much I owed. And they're correct on that amount. It was like 5,000 or something like that. So they were right about that. So yes, that's on my credit report, and I'm actually in the process of paying it. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. But I want to know what that has to do, or even what your reports and stuff on and the Michigan courts that talk about your evictions, Shakim, what that has to do with all these receipts that you guys are supposed to be showing to the sector in regards to Shakim. I mean, in regards to Triggs. Okay. So that is what I want to talk about tonight. So let's go ahead and get into that, sir, because right now the math ain't mathin', sir. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into it, though. Okay, so yeah, I think we've already established, that various people go through different things at different periods of time in their life for whatever the reason is, right? But I'm not quite sure like what that has to do with what we've been talking about here in the sector. Okay, and we're not going to be long tonight. I just want to get into this real quick. What we've been talking about, I want to go down memory lane real quick on what actually happened here in the past month or so. Okay. So all we know is Stargate went live, and well, we'll say this: Breakin' and Ray went live. Okay. And they had Stargate on the show. We were attempting to get Propane on the show. Okay. And in that live, Stargate went off on Ray Triggs, and went off on Propane. Okay. Both Breakin' and Ray, I mean, we're just talking the facts right now. Both Breakin' and Ray were like, seemed bewildered and confused about why Star was talking like that. In a later conversation, it turned out that Ray got on the panel with Star, and Star was under the belief and under the impression that Ray and Breaking the Culture and her were supposed to go in on Propane. Ray had no understanding or no idea of what she was talking about. Okay. And then we moved on from there. So now we're at the point where we're trying to figure out who said what and how Star came to under this impression. And Star went live and had her own receipt show to prove that Ray was this culprit and that he was trying to set up her and breaking the culture. In her doing that, she ended up throwing breaking the culture under the bus, not realizing she was doing that by breaking the culture, by exposing conversations that breaking the culture was having behind the scenes in regards to anti and in regards to everybody else and all this other stuff. Okay. Breaking the culture, feeling the heat, went up on the panel and decided to throw Ray Triggs under the bus. Okay. When she did that, she lied on Ray and said that Ray was recording her and that Ray was sending those recordings to me. Okay. How we know that's a lie is because number one, I can guarantee Ray never sent me a motherfucking thing in regards to anything like that. Okay. Number two, me and Ray weren't even talking, weren't even communicating or anything at that time. Okay, so I had no idea what she was talking about. I ended up vouching for that. We moved on, right? Now, Ray comes out and is like, he has no idea what she's talking about. He was pretty hurt by it and was pretty upset that she would even throw him under the bus like this and try to say that he was Watergating everybody behind the scenes and he was recording people behind the scenes and then sharing that information with her, right? I mean, and that she had all the receipts. She had multiple recordings on him, multiple emails, text messages, like hardcore evidence that he was talking trash about multiple people behind the sector, including people that called him his friend. Me and Mines, Grown Man, Teresa. I mean, I'm just going down the timeline, right, in the past few weeks of what we've been through in this sector. Because the math that you're talking about, Shakim, ain't mathing, okay? So, you know, all of this stuff happened. Breaking was supposed to have all these epic receipts for us. All this stuff was, you know, we were supposed to have that never materialized, okay? It just always ended up being a conversation similar to what you had tonight, okay? Where Stargate is live or you're live, and both of you are just spending a bunch of time looking at the same receipt over and over again that people have already debunked, okay? I don't know if you're just not watching the shows, right? Perhaps you're not. I mean, I'm just going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you're really not watching the episodes of Ray shows, my shows, you know, and some other shows that are showing you that these things have already been debunked, right? Maybe you're not watching Me and Mines, right? Where she has already proven that those receipts have already been debunked, okay? Like what you did do tonight, though, I will tell you this, what the one receipt that you gave us, okay? Let me go ahead and play you a little bit of a reel because you did actually give us an actual receipt tonight, okay? But I don't think you realize that you did that. The one receipt that you helped us understand, okay, is when I was telling you guys the other night that Breaking the Culture was trying to make it seem that Ray Triggs is the one that sent her the screenshot of Me and Mines at telling Darrell what Grown Man's Cash App is. And I said, no, it was Breaking the Culture because they accidentally showed the side where it was on her side of the screen. But she was trying to make it look like it was on Ray's side of the screen. Well, you ended up confirming that it was Breaking the Culture that originated that first text message, okay? Where, you know, she is the one that sent a screenshot of Darrell asking for Grown Man's Cash App or asking for Me and Mine's Cash App. And Me and Mine's giving that to him. Okay, when Breaking the Culture was trying to make it look like it was Ray that sent that, and you confirmed that it was Breaking the Culture. So we appreciate that one receipt that you did clarify for us tonight. Okay. So that again just goes to show that it was breaking the culture that was doing all this stuff. Okay. That she was the one that was sending this stuff to Ray. Okay. We have already seen these receipts and they're not receipting. Okay. That's just the bottom line. Okay. I'm not sure like what part of this you don't understand, but at this point, I would give it up. Okay. I would not keep being on that side of history because they got you looking really silly out here. Okay. Now, as far as like this $40, right? Now, I've already explained what happened when it came to this vehicle with Cox Auto. Yes. And shout out to Cox Auto. Okay. Yes, they had this dollar down payment system, but I didn't go with that system. I actually had to put much more down than that. And if you go into places like that, they always have that kind of like deal, but you end up having to put much more down. I ended up paying most of that vehicle off, but I did have like $5,000 left, but they were trying to say it was like 9,000, y'all. There was no way I was going to let them do that. And so I disputed it on my credit. Okay. And they had 30 days to prove. This is how, this is just a little bit of credit 101. If you do have something on your credit report that's not right, you have the right to dispute that by law. Okay. And I absolutely disputed that. And because it wasn't the proper amount. And I said that was the reason it got disputed. And so I told them that. And Cox Auto had HCHC Finance had 30 days to prove that was correct. And they couldn't prove it. Okay. Because it wasn't. And so it came off my credit. And that's what happened. I ended up with a whole two additional vehicles since then. Okay. Like I bought both of my trucks since then. Okay. Actually, no. One of them I had at the time. And then this one I have now. So yeah, I mean, obviously it's not that serious, right? And then on top of that, that is not, that's a little bit different from like $40 a month. And I'm going to show you like where, we're getting that from. Okay. Because I actually showed that before. Okay. I didn't make that up, Shakim. But yeah, we had some courts with you. It was we had some stuff in the courts for you. And it was for Shakim Harris versus the courts. Let's go ahead and look in my court case search. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Because again, I didn't make that shit up, Shakim. And I also want you to remember, Shakim, you have spent a multitude of time, sir, literally roasting me, okay? I thought it was cool. You roast, I roast. What's the big deal, right? But for some reason, you really get ass hurt when a motherfucker starts roasting you, when a motherfucker gives you the same energy that you give them. Like, I don't understand why that's such a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because like, for some reason, you think that's such an issue. But sir, like you spend a lot of time actually roasting and doing the same shit. So I'm not sure why I can't roast you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that at all. So let me go ahead and take a look real quick. I'm going to see, because I can't remember what county it's in. I think it's in Wayne County or some shit like that. So let me take a look real quick. Let me put y'all on a quick timer while I look this up real quick, and then I will go ahead and get right back to y'all. But I definitely want to at least pull this up and make sure that Shakim understands where that's coming from. Okay, we're not making this shit up, sir. Like, we ain't got to make this shit up on you, sir. Shit. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. So right here is where it's at. Okay, this was in Redford, Michigan. Okay, and this was in the 17th District Court. Okay, in Wayne County. And y'all see Shakim Harris, Cole Harris, right? Now, this is a closed case. This is zero balance, but this was filed October 27th, 2022, okay? And mind you guys, keep in mind, Shakim has been roasting the shit out of me, out of Nikki, out of Carrie, out of Eyes, out of every woman in this sector for months, months and months and months. None of us are paying him any mind. None of us are paying him any attention. As soon as one of us finally give him attention, right? Here he goes, feeling some type of way, all in his emotions, but it's okay for you to roast me, right? It's okay. So when I roast you, that's a problem, right? So what I did was I made a video in regards to what happened in this case, okay? And it looked like in this case, it was a judgment without jury possession, okay? And the amount was, let me see, it was pretrial heard, bench trial, notice to appear, answer filed, notice to appear, and it was all this other stuff. But either way, it was over $40. Like, I don't know where we got that from, but I know it was somewhere in here. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let me hide this because it might have been on a different page. But either way, it was this case. Let me see if there's any other resources. No. All right, let me go back to the other search results. All right, let me do this search again. Matter of fact, no, it was this court. It was definitely this court. So, Shakim Harris. Well, okay, so I see one case, but I'd have to go back and look. Either way, guys, we already looked at all this stuff months ago. And then on top of that, there was another one. Hold on, let me see. Maybe let's select another court. We're going to go in Wayne County again. Let's do, was it the 18th district, guys? Because I don't quite remember all of it. It's been a while. It's how, like, Shakim, it's been so long since I did that video. Like, you're really in your feelings about something I said months ago, a couple months ago, man. All right, let's look this up. Remind you, you're all talking about me like all the time. Like, you ain't got no problem with that. But as soon as I say something about you, like, you really in your feelings. And shout out to G Gates, because I didn't even know you've been talking about me, bro. But I love it how my name ring bells out here like that. Shout out to G Gates. Shit, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so here goes Shakim. This was the one. These were all the cases against Shakim. This was the one in the 18th district. So I'm assuming we got that $40 from here somewhere. Because there was a whole bunch of fucking cases against him out here in this district, right? And this was, I think I was saying I might go over them or might not. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I really didn't want to like put your business out there. But I guess you feel like, you know, that's what you feel like we should be doing. So okay, let's take a look, right? I do remember looking this shit up. I just don't remember where we got the $40 from, but I know it had something to do with that Cole Harris person, and that person was your landlord. And this was back in October. I just showed the paperwork for it. And it was a judgment and it was a possession. So we're waiting on this to pull up. All right, so there's no records for that district, for the 16th district. But either way, bro, we most definitely pulled up your records, and so we didn't just make this up off the top of our heads and just feel like saying this and just want to say it. No, that was definitely there. And there was a couple of people that were talking about it. It wasn't just me. It was a couple of people that were talking about that. That's how I actually got a hold of it, because I was like, damn, like I was surprised that you had been in eviction court for 40 fucking dollars. Like, so that's why I made that shit. And then I also made like a roast video saying that you was going to jail for this shit and everything else. And then I also made a video saying that you're not going to jail and that it ain't that damn deep, right? And that, it's only traffic tickets and that people have had much worse shit here in the sector. So I really don't think it's that serious. So whoever pointed you in the direction of that video, they should have sent you a couple of days later where I said that too, right? Because that's what I also said. And there were multiple likes on that. I'm actually going to show you that too, since, we're not, we don't understand what's going on and you're upset about stuff like that. And then, also I want to address this too. Like I said, you can roast me and I'm not going to be in my feelings about that shit, Shakim. Okay. It's not that damn deep. Okay. As long as you're not talking about my kids or disrespecting my kids, like, I heard you tonight try to repeat something that Breakin said just because you think that's going to sting. It doesn't. Okay. If that's over with, I'm over that. Right. We're moving on, but we're still going to roast that bitch. And I got a whole lot more coming out on this hoe. Okay. Y'all going to see the royal roast of this bitch come this week coming. Okay. But either way, the bottom line is, when it comes to that, as long as you're not disrespecting my children, who cares? You know what I'm saying? If you want to try to repeat some white supremacist weird ass bitches shit, who has also talked shit about you in front of the scenes and behind the scenes, has tried to set you up multiple times, that's on you. Okay. For trying to, defend that. But either way, the bottom line is, this is what shit really is, So I'm going to go ahead and show you my screen from Black Lounge, because then you'll be able to see for yourself that not only did I make those 2 roast videos on you, but then I turned around and said, how I really felt, and that you're not going to jail. It's not that damn deep, and motherfuckers need to just get over it. But they didn't tell you that part. They didn't show you that part of it because they wanted you to jump out the window like you usually do, and just, start jumping up and down for situations, because they know you're going to get emotional and you're going to do that instead of just, being wise and paying attention to what's actually happening. So, and this is what we be trying to tell you. We just simply let you know, like, hey, you might want to like stop jumping out the window for situations and just start paying attention to some shit. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick with you, Shakim, and everybody else, so everybody can see, where that came in, right? That video you played, that was a funny video. Shout out to me. And then I also played the other one where I played that you were going to jail. And then I also played one where I was going to jail. Like, you missed that one too. So, all right. So let's go ahead and go through, guys, what we're doing right now. We live. We did a Carrie Ann open letter earlier. This will be the Woo Child Part 2, where we'll be live on June 26th at 9 p.m. Allegedly, maybe, right? Because Breakin will be going live to show us what we're in trouble with, okay? This, guys, is the royal drag of a nasty hoe. The Vixen Chronicles Part 4 coming up on the 28th, okay, at 7 p.m. As you guys can see, we have another photo of your favorite Vixen breaking the culture with, guess who? Yours truly on her arm, guys. Her photographers, usually when it comes to like modeling and stuff like that, they would try to cover like tattoos and stuff like that, especially if it was interfering with the photos and stuff. But yeah, her modeling people didn't even think to cover up such weird tattoos like this. Yeah, unfortunate for her. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep going through this stuff, because I really want you to see, Shakim, what was really talked about in regards to you. And I also want you to see how long ago, that was, right? Because we're just going down and we're just looking through right now and just kind of looking at all of our content and the stuff we've been talking about in the past few months, and the things that we've been discussing, right? So we're going on and we're still going down, and I'm still looking for this. And oh, there we go, right there, right? Now we going. Now we into it. I made a video on you. Let's look at the date on this video, Shakim. Shay Shay Ra evicted over $40. Okay. Bear with me one moment. We're going to look at the dates. We're going to make sure that we got, this all right, because we don't want to be looking like a fool out here. So this was done on May the 2nd, 2023. Okay. This was way before me and you talked on your panel about a week ago.
Like magic.
Don't you remember that conversation? Everybody else remembers that conversation. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's go back. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's take a look again at where we were at and what was going on. So that was that day. Okay. And then we went on to here. Is Shay Shay Ra on probation or nah? Let's analyze this case. Okay. And that is because everybody was talking about you, okay? We had everybody talking about this whole thing of you being on probation. AAS was trying to say it and everything. So I wanted to confirm whether or not you were really on probation, okay? I went into that. Let's go ahead and take a look at that date, okay? Because the same people that's sending you this shit to feel some type of way were the ones that were talking about you, okay? Yeah. Yes, sir. So let's see. I was trying to confirm whether or not you actually were on probation or not. I did that on May the 5th, 2023, okay? So that's what we did that day. All right. Hold on, let me go back. Hold on. And then I did my real thoughts on you, okay, and breaking the culture and some others, etc., sector topics. One of the things I said in this video is that you are not going to jail. There's not going to be any prison time. There's not going to be any jail time for you or anything of that nature. You were not going to jail, okay? And I must have privated the other video. I'll take a look in my studio, but I must have privated the other video where I did private the video where I said Shay Shay was going to actual jail. And I said, you're going to jail, and I put you behind some bars and all kinds of shit, because I don't even see that video even out here. So yeah, it's clear that I must have privated that one. So while you're saying I'm not privating videos and I don't private anything, I have actually privated some shit, right? Because that was pretty, that was pretty funny. That was pretty interesting, that video. But I most definitely made that video. And, it was a joke, okay? But again, this is all in, after an extended period of time of you just talking shit about me and going in on me and having something to say, doing these hours long, panels about T-Pre and about Eyes and about every other woman in the sector. And as soon as somebody talks shit about you, you really be in your damn bag about it, bro. I'm gonna need you to stop with that shit, okay? And then I'm also gonna need you to just finally give up this argument for breaking the culture of hoes. It is the lies for me. At this point, we understand that she is a hoe and a liar, okay? She is a liar. She sets people up. We got the information last night that she has even Knockout Media set the fuck up on some bullshit. You understand? Looking up his bullshit and everything, keeping records on him. How much more do you need, Shakim, for you to see and to understand who you're in bed with and what you're dealing with, right? And how many times she's going to keep just throwing you under the bus and allowing you to look like the fool out here, okay? At the end of the day, the math is not mathing, sir. As much as you want it to math, as much as you want it to be, as bad as you want her to be right because you just don't like Ray Triggs, right? As bad as you want her to be right because you want her to win this battle, sir, she has lost. She has lost this fight, okay? It is over for the vixen, okay? It is over, sir, okay? We got her. Ladies and gentlemen, we got her, okay? I don't know what else you need. I really don't. But I'm going to need you to just step back. Nobody's telling you to take anybody's side, right? Get that right. Don't understand that part of it. Nobody's telling you to take anybody's side, but you're on the wrong side. I'm just letting you know. You're on the wrong side, and everybody can see it. It's plain as day, okay? It is plain as day. She is a liar and a scammer, and she has done this to multiple people in multiple spaces, and we have more to talk about next week, okay? So, Shakim, I don't know, what else you need, right? But your girl, okay, you're on the wrong side of history with this shit. I don't, I don't know what else you need, all right? But you got to go ahead and look at and substantiate the shit that try to put out before you go putting out information, because what you're trying to put out is just not mathing. It's just not. We're not getting receipts from y'all, okay? Except for the one receipt that you gave us that proved that she was the one that initiated the conversation in regards to who sent the Cash App to me and mines and Grown Man. That's the only thing that you most definitely gave us evidence of, that Breaking the Culture is the one that confirmed that conversation, that started that conversation. That's what you proved. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it at this point. All right, let me go ahead and get into the comments. I appreciate you, Steph, for being in the building. Everybody hit the like button. There's a few of y'all that are in the clouds. We got 20 people in the clouds, and I know it's late night, so I appreciate everybody. And everybody that will catch the replay, make sure that you guys do hit that like as well. You can also send a super thanks if you want. Truly appreciate everybody for all the financial support that has come through lately. Truly appreciate you guys, definitely. All right, guys, let me look at the comments here, because my sister Steph is in the building, always up in cheer. And Riz in the building, appreciate you. You said, let's go. You said Wayne County, 100. Mm-hmm. You said Lil Wayne County. Mm-hmm. You said, I have 5 expired suspended licenses right now. Who don't? I don't know anyone who has a good license, okay? Jail, honey. You say, yes, ma'am, unless it's a tattoo specific shoot. Mm-hmm. You said, and she wouldn't get hired on one of them. Exactly. With all them tattoos and shit just out, they're going to try to cover that with makeup or something. Like, that's how you know this shit is not professional at all. You say your video was the most accurate about what was going on with him. Mm-hmm. Because I really went directly through the video, and I went directly through the paperwork. That's why I remember, that's where I got that $40 shit from, because I went directly through the paperwork and showed where that $40 came from. Because around here, you got to go directly to paperwork, because people be saying different shit and it don't be like that, right? So we sure did. You say, yeah, anti-bingo grape jelly. Well, anti-bingo grape jelly was out here saying his vehicle got repossessed. Exactly. She was saying that, and she was saying that he was going to jail, he was going to prison, and he was going to do time and hard time. I'm like, yo, these are traffic tickets. He's not going to jail. It's not that serious, But I even made a jail joke video on him. It was just a roast, right? And then I guess I took it down. Now I don't even remember. Now I done privated a few things, so I don't remember. I thought I would have put it on members only, but I guess I completely privated it. So there you go, Shakim. Little do you know, right? And you said, where does he think her loyalties really lie? Right. You said, and he needs to be worried because she does it to the people she's the closest to. Exactly. Oh, we're going to get some more information come this next Vixen Chronicles coming up. You guys are going to see just, additional stuff on all this, right? There's more text messages coming out and all kinds of stuff. Child, the text messages that come out this week are going to be bombshells, okay? Whoa, child, listen. When I'm talking about, we gonna do a whole royal Royal roast on this bitch right here, child. Honey. Okay. And then after that's done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let her go for a little while. I think she learned her lesson a little bit. I think she got it. We'll see though. But I still got plenty more in the chamber, right? I'm just, I'm going to go ahead and release the Vixen Chronicles 4, and then we'll see how long it takes us to release the fifth, if we have to release the fifth, or the sixth, or the seventh, or the eighth, or the ninth, or the 10th Vixen Chronicles, right? Because we have a whole lot more that we can release, right? But really, the ultimate goal for me, honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, is I just want this dusty bitch to leave me the fuck alone. Like, that's what I want. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, don't fucking bother me. Don't ever come for my motherfucking kids ever the fuck again in life. That is your fatal motherfucking move when you do that shit with me, okay? Bitch, I don't need no apologies from you. I don't need nothing, none of that shit. Just leave me the fuck alone. Okay. Have your minions leave me alone, and you leave me alone. Because every time you come for me or your minions come for me, I'm coming for you. Okay. Like that's just the game we gonna play. Like, I mean, because yeah, I have that much. I have that much shit. Okay. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure do. Now, I'm not talking about if they just talking shit, but I'm talking about if they're talking shit on your behalf. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's when the bleeding continues. It just doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I have that much. There's that much information on you. Real shit. Like, there's that many people that don't fuck with you. Like, really, real shit. So, it is what it is. But anyway, we'll go ahead and do that on, I believe, Wednesday. I have that set up for. And then we'll go from there. But guys, I'm actually about to get out of here because I'm about to leave in about half an hour. But I do appreciate all of you who are in the building. Make sure that you guys do hit the like button on the way out. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace, guys. And thank you guys again for watching.